What's up, guys? Alex here with RJ OCD Recovery. The topic for today's video is on building a root cause mindset. Having a root cause mindset will not only serve you tremendously in your long-term recovery, but also in dealing with present moment or short-term symptoms with retroactive jealousy and OCD. If there is only one point that I could have you take away from this video, it is this. Retroactive jealousy is a symptom. Obsessive compulsive disorder is a symptom. Okay? You are experiencing these conditions because of some underlying root cause. You can get into major trouble if you focus too much of your energy and attention on the finer details of what it is that you are jealous of, what it is that you are obsessed with. And what you must understand is that your nervous system is focused on these finer details as a way to defend and protect you, as a way to keep you alive. And your nervous system has focused specifically on these particular details because of something inside of you, because of something that you've experienced and something that you have not healed or let go of. Of course, there is nuance to this, and there are always exceptions to the rule. But in general, I would say 9 times out of 10, the vast majority of the RJ cases that I see would be almost entirely resolved just by that person focusing on healing themselves, on the retroactive jealousy sufferer healing themselves. And even for the more rare occasions where the majority of the jealousy is actually coming from a realistic place, that person can still change their experience by healing themselves. And they'll very often remove toxic people from their lives who are not a good fit and automatically, easily, effortlessly attract the right people for them, the healthy people that they want to be around. And it could be that they're having difficulty picking good partners and being around healthy people because of those underlying reasons, because they haven't healed themselves. And above all else, I can say without a doubt that there is always room for growth for the RJ sufferer. The number one thing that any person can do to change their experience and improve their quality of life is to heal themselves. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, what exactly is the root cause of retroactive jealousy and OCD? Essentially, this is anything that can contribute to mental and emotional dysfunction. And what I've found is that this can be broken down into 3 different categories. Number 1 is damage or cross-wiring in the brain. Somebody who has obsessive compulsive disorder has an overactive limbic system or emotional midbrain. Now, in a healthy brain, the rational, logical, human prefrontal cortex, the front brain, is supposed to be able to calm down the limbic system. But if somebody has a mental trauma, an emotional trauma, gets exposed to a chemical, or any number of potential reasons that can cause the brain to be cross-wired, OCD and mental illness can arise. So if you can deliberately focus on retraining the brain to act as it is supposed to, you can dramatically reduce symptoms of OCD and feel more safe, calm, and secure. Root cause number 2 for retroactive jealousy and OCD is poor physical and nutritional health. There are a number of potential reasons as to why this is, but I'll do my best to summarize it to what I believe is the most important. 70% of your peripheral nervous system is located along your intestines, in your gut. So the food that you are eating has a direct impact on how your nervous system is functioning. And if you have poor digestion, you will have a reduced ability to absorb the raw materials that you need for your body, for your mind to work effectively. It is so common today for people to have poor digestion and also poor nutritional status. And this gets even worse if they continue to eat a poor diet. When you don't have the raw materials that you need for your brain to operate, it's very easy for you to fall into mental illness. I did a 30-minute video on just this topic alone, which you can find in the description box below. But if we're boiling it down even more, people are deficient in the right minerals that they need for their brain and nervous system to feel calm and relaxed. So this is potassium, sodium, magnesium, and calcium, for example. And in addition to that, we are living in the heavy metal age. Ever since the Industrial Revolution, we have been pumping out toxic heavy metals into our environment, and they're getting in our food and water supply. So I'm talking about aluminum, mercury, cadmium, arsenic, lead, nickel, and more. Now, you might think, well, of course, I don't have heavy metal toxicity. That seems ridiculous, right? But I don't think you understand the severity of this reality. Heavy metals are so ubiquitous in our environment that literally everyone in the world can pretty much guarantee that they at least have mercury toxicity and aluminum toxicity. They are impossible to avoid. Heavy metals have even been found in the air at the top of Mount Everest. The amount of lead in the bones of the average person today is 1,000 times more than it was in the average person pre-industrial revolution. That's not 1,000% more. That's 1,000 times more lead in the average person. We are living in the heavy metal age, and heavy metal toxicity in the brain is a serious problem in the modern day. I truly believe that this is the biggest factor to the vast majority of people dealing with chronic mental health issues. What is actually going to determine whether or not you accumulate heavy metals and become toxic is how well your nutrition is at this moment, whether you have a sufficient amount of minerals. And I gotta say, that is extremely rare today. So if you've been dealing with obsessive compulsive disorder and other mental illness for a long time and you're wondering why it hasn't been able to get better, I can almost assure you that heavy metal toxicity in your body and in your brain is contributing to your experience. And potential root cause number 3 is your attachment style and your emotional well-being. If you don't know what attachment theory is, it's basically this idea that categorizes people into different attachment styles based on their ability to give and receive love with other people. So if you grew up in a safe home where you could easily express your emotions and love was given freely and reliably, then you most likely have a secure attachment style. But if your home growing up was very chaotic and maybe your parents got divorced or you didn't really feel very safe in your ability to give and receive love with your family, your parents, then you most likely developed broken, insecure attachment. So we learn attachment when we are growing up from our parents. And whatever attachment style we develop will carry over into our relationships as adults. All of this is built upon emotional trauma that needs healing and resolving. But you can only heal and let go of these traumas if you cultivate an increased level of awareness. And you also must be committed to letting go of old patterns that are toxic and unhealthy and deliberately practicing and moving towards healthier patterns. This is definitely a complicated process and it takes a lot of time, but you are never stuck with any one attachment style. And there are loads of different modalities that you can use to go inside, let go of old emotional traumas, and move into a new version of yourself. So that's basically it for the potential root causes. I would recommend that if you truly want to get over retroactive jealousy and OCD, and you want this out of your life, you address all 3 of these. It is worth your time to invest in all potential root causes. And if you do commit to this process holistically and comprehensively, not only is your life going to improve with regards to your intimate relationships, but all parts of your life will improve. Your mental health, your physical health, your energy, your outlook on life, all of this will change. I assure you. It can take a lot of time to heal, but it's totally worth it. And even in the moment when you're dealing with a bad day and you're having a ton of painful symptoms, if you can come back to remembering that there's an underlying root cause and that the individual details that you're focused on are not necessarily worth your time, then you can help progress yourself forward on this healing journey. All right, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you got some value from it. If you need more help in overcoming retroactive jealousy and OCD, sign up for a free call with me in the description box below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.